Has there been Prop G anywhere else in the country, and if so, what happened?
Well, according to ABC's own propaganda material, this is, they're raising money throughout the nation because this is the first of its kind, and this is going to start a movement to get the voters to reject the ability of cities to enter into any kind of agreement. The movement to start taking on state prevailing wage, federal, Davis-Bacon Act. I'm not sure what they have in mind, but they say themselves that this is the first of its type. So my understanding is it has not happened, definitely not happened in a state that has prevailing wage, or this kind of state that requires that there's some kind of standards for workers. And so I think this is the first of its type. At least that's what they're advertising, to raise money from their non-union contractors throughout the nation.
We are going to do our best to answer questions and be calm and give you sound answers from our reasonable minds can differ. We're getting a little hot here, and so let's just slow it down a little bit. So the answer is there a Prop G anywhere else in the country? Well, there is a similar law that the charter city of Fresno enacted. There is a law that the county of Orange enacted. There is a law that the San Diego County enacted. And there was a federal law for 8 years that is similar to this. No, there's no other G, but there are other laws in other cities that have similar bans to project labor agreements.
Prop G says it will lower project costs, actually a way to encourage paying substandard wages to construction workers.
I believe that's been answered by both parties here. The answer is no. Prevailing wage needs to be paid. Thank you.
Well, I mean, they clearly, in 2 other cities, have taken on the idea of prevailing wage. It's much cheaper, of course, to bring labor in from Arizona or even Mexico than it is to hire locally. And our efforts really in Chula Vista have always been to make sure that on public works projects, those people who live and pay taxes in Chula Vista go to work first. It's what's fair, it's what's right, and it's what we demand every single time. On the other question about how has this been done, he brought up examples, and I just want to note, because we work intimately on both the County of Orange and the County of San Diego's propositions, ordinances, actually, the county passed them. And what it says is that the county can't enter into a project labor agreement. It doesn't say anything about not funding a project that includes a fund into a trust fund. This is way beyond what they did in Orange County, and way beyond even what the County Board of Supervisors, 5 pretty conservative Republicans, not very pro-union, what they engaged in. This goes far beyond that, and they know that. He says it's similar, but it's not what they're offering up here. What they're offering up here is extremely dangerous because it provides for the fact that you cannot fund a project that uses state or federal funds. Everybody is saying that, except now the proponents, even though they're saying it in other areas, suddenly they want to back off from that because they realize it's a problem for Chula Vista.